Double checking is really a clear sign of wisdom, as if you have learned a few things over the years and are applying that to future.
It's like you have to fall down before you know how to run.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it is the way. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Talk, with coffee and talk outside in a lovely sunny location. Actually, we want to talk about that location first because it is something we don't often share with all of you. We put probably some weeks a lot of effort into thinking what location complements the theme of the last week's service or the upcoming service.
Like the top of a mountain.
Like the top of a mountain, right?
Exactly.
Or a hill, as it might otherwise be known, or a mount in particular locations. Definitely, we don't use that term very much for our little hills around here, but I have hiked Mount Maunganui a couple times. Yeah, it's very good. Well, that's for another story, for another day, though. No, we're here today on the plaza behind City Hall and the library because we're beginning our series on wisdom. Or of wisdom.
Of wisdom, yeah.
Of wisdom is the title, but it's on wisdom. Of wisdom, on wisdom. It's wisdom.
Becoming people of wisdom is kind of what we talked about
on
Sunday, but
which is so much more than just knowledge. And part of our discussion is where is the place where people would go to gain wisdom? And historically, there's been a lot of times different cultures have set up centers of wisdom, right? Like I think of the Greeks who would have like their marketplace. They would also gather there not just to trade goods, but they would hear from travelers who bring other philosophies, and they would weigh them out, and with the the whatever, the coffee from it, and then discuss the theories of the day, all in an attempt to grow in wisdom. Sometimes we'll think of a school as a place, but we kind of there is a distinction between knowledge and wisdom, and maybe we should just start with that. Like, where is there a place where someone can go to become wise, or what's, I guess, the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Those are two options. I'll let you jump on either of those.
We talked about that. Like, do we go to in front of a school? And then somebody suggested maybe we should go in front of where they're building something, because we talked about skill is knowledge, or wisdom is knowledge in action.
And as a tie over to the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus ends that with presenting two options, right? The good foundation, the wise option is to choose a solid foundation on a rock, which is his words. A fool does something different.
Somebody else has suggested a cemetery, because think about if you could take wisdom and put it inside of a bucket and carry it around, you could fill up like a lot of buckets with all of the wisdom that all those people have kind of gained through the years, right? If you could kind of tangibilize that thing, right? But the whole twist of the cemetery doesn't quite work. But the whole thing is that, like, just think of all the knowledge and understanding. Well, okay, so even another thing that we have said recently is think about how many years of ministry experience between the three of us. Right? Put that in a bucket and then hand that to somebody. Hopefully they would know a lot of the ins and outs of ministry and people and life and all those things that could actually fulfill somebody's life, but that's still like the symbol. It's not necessarily, like we said, the playing out of that wisdom or of that knowledge, right? Like we can tell you all these right things, we can tell you all the things, and I think this is what the book is actually also pushing us towards, is I can tell you everything. I can tell you 7 ways to Sunday how to do the wise thing. It doesn't mean you're going to take it and use it and apply it to your life, and that's where it does become difficult. Right?
Well, and one of the things that we will see repeated is this is very much a written as an older individual, typically a father impressing on his son is the language used again and again. Applies to daughters too. That it's almost like a learn from me. Here's how I've, here you got to know this. I think about how often the lessons I pass on are, okay, don't do that.
Yeah.
and I think we also find that in the cemeteries. People, unfortunately, tragically, oh no, that was a mistake.
Or even you said, like, where would people, or where do we find a lot of our wisdom?
Yeah.
I would say, for me, there was a big shift that happened when I was in college. Mostly because of life stage and maturity and all those things. But, a lot of things that my parents had either taught me or the things I actually wanted to know. Like, first time we were married, how on earth do we cook baked potatoes? I have no idea. I've never done that before, right? You actually had to go find it, understand it. Oh, and then now we're going to do it for the first time.
Yeah.
So it
Did it work back better the second time you were married? Were you thinking that too?
Oddly enough, my brain didn't go there. That's really interesting.
No, wisdom. It's a big topic. I mean,
Well,
why
and
we
it-
want to spend some time on it.
Absolutely, it's worth spending. It's worth devoting a lot of time
Yeah.
to. One of the things we don't have in this father-child language,
parent-child.
parent-child. Thank you. Parent-child language is an understanding of how old the child is.
Mm.
Because I think a lot of times what you were talking, like you mentioned that life stage issue, and that's where my brain was like, yeah, life stage. How often is it that older generations try and impress some wise understanding on us, and we're too young and stubborn or foolish or whatever to realize that we actually need to pay attention.
Yeah.
And I think that is, there's something to the development of wisdom that just requires time. It requires us all to be ready to receive it. And sometimes I think one of the great tragedies is that so many people pour into us, we don't realize what they had to offer until it is too late. And if we could offer anything in this to people, it's that, the sooner you realize you need wisdom, the better. And the sooner we realize where to find it, the better. And so we came to City Hall because we would love that our government act wisely. We would love it that we could just pull out a book and like in the library and be like, here's all the great sayings, and actually be able to do. We have to apply that. We would love just to, go back to the people in our life who were wise and we didn't realize it and find that. But ultimately, I think where Proverbs starts, and what you really focused on this last week, Jeff, was that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of that knowledge. And when we, as we fear God, then we realize that it's not about us. And part of that, I think, realization is understanding we need wisdom. So is there any examples from your lives where you had that moment of, okay, so like Kevin's already shared the baked potato thing, but anything else where it's like, oh yeah, I need, when was the time when you realized I needed to learn from this?
So many.
And grow.
What's one? So I'm thinking of my dad. My dad was wise in many ways. He was wise in many ways. But one thing that I remember him teaching me through hands-on and just working with him was working on cars. And but the first time that I had to do it on my own, just wishing that, I wish he was here, or I wish we would have done this, or whatever, right? And so that's just one example that comes to mind. When you first oil change, where was that? The drain, nut or whatever you call it.
It's a bung.
Bung. The bung. Okay. Oh, where's the drain bung and where's the filter and how do I find the right filter and whatever it is, right? Those first, like you said, first time making what was it? Potatoes. Yeah. I don't know. What about you? Do you have?
I mean, there's a few little things. I think parenting reveals a new one almost
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
every stage too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I thought I was just used to things. Now it's different.
I love it. I love it when, you know, I think the three of us are at that phase of life now where every now and then a new parent will say something and you just have to chuckle. You're like, it's not going to get better. It is, but it isn't. It just gets different.
It just gets different. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I definitely remember being that new parent. The wisest parents are the parents without children.
Yep. Yeah.
And
I knew how to do it before I had kids.
Absolutely, and I think that's really enjoyable now.
Yeah. I know.
Learning that wasn't.
Yep.
But you know, I would say that's one of those things where it's like, wow, to be a perfect parent doesn't exist, but it'd be nice if it did. And how do we become as perfect as possible, or just the parent our children need, right?
Well, and that takes us back to why we put so much emphasis on our baby dedications, on us being a community. We ask the parents, are you going to do your best to raise within this, you know, community? And the community, are you going to come around because there's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Shared wisdom, and lots to it.
There's always lots to consider when it comes to wisdom and the pursuit of it, which is why we're taking a whole summer on it.
Yeah, it'll be good.
And it's not a one-off sermon by any means.
No.
Though we're somehow compressing 31 chapters of Proverbs into 7 weeks.
Oh no,
but
we're not. We're not pretending to do all the Proverbs. We're just scratching the surface.
just
but, you know,
hopefully scratching an itch and a launching point to some discussions of wise living.
Yeah.
And so, looking ahead, we have Drama Camp starting Sunday. I know the kids are coming Monday, but really from a leadership perspective, Sunday is the day,
well,
and
it
we're
started
very
a few
excited.
weeks ago, actually. But
Well, you know, I just know like there's
that's
Sunday.
when the leaders
Sunday,
are meeting.
our building is transforming
Yeah.
after the service, and so it's really exciting week as we get ready for that, and then we launch well into that.
And speaking of wisdom, there's a lot of wisdom going into that camp. You guys have done it how many years? Lori's how many years?
She said last year was the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, this is the
so that's
11th.
11 years.
Drama Camp, yeah.
So 11 times 3 of you, that's 33 years of experience going in, plus a bunch of other people that have come on side. So but pray for wisdom and pray for the children especially, that they would meet Jesus in a special way and a new way and life transforming way. And,
Yeah, there's lots of great opportunities in there to build into youth and build connection with them and try and point them towards some wisdom as well, right?
Exactly.
Not our wisdom, but
Yeah.
we open the Bible every day.
Yeah.
Even the story itself, like when
Yeah.
everybody gets a chance to see it on the 25th and the 27th, like the story itself is really about wisdom calling to this person to say, or to these two people to say, we need you to understand that, you know, and it's Jesus's. I won't
Absolutely.
give it away, but it's
We don't
a
want to
whole
give it away,
story
but-
about understanding wisdom and the fear of the Lord, and knowing that God actually is on my side. Step one, when that's understood, then actually I can move forward with a better understanding.
The other thing just to mention is that while I recognize that our youth are not exactly tuning into this every week, some of you have teenage grandchildren, nieces, nephews visiting, and every Monday night our youth are still meeting. Connect with me personally. We're not always in a consistent location throughout the summer, and so if you have a middle school, high school student visiting you and you want them to connect with youth on a Monday night, we'd love to have them. We'd love to have guests out even. So just reach out and we'll catch you to that. But one of those things is Saturday afternoon at 12:30. We're going to go down to Rock Creek and go tubing. Provided it's like this, we'll probably still go do something even if the weather's sketchy. We just might not spend as much time in the water. But 12:30, we're going to leave from the church for that. Bring a tube and just come and hang out. We'd love to have youth. But message me that you're coming just so I can make sure we have enough seats and extra vehicles if need be, so that we don't have to leave anyone behind because we're full. We've never had to do that yet, and that would really stink.
Yeah.
I would not enjoy that at all. But that's Saturday, 12:30, and then Sunday Drama Camp starts. I mean, we're not exactly taking the rest of the summer off. There's more to come, but we'll leave you with those things for now. And yeah. So, anyways, we'll see you Sunday. If not, on here in a week from now. And as always, we do this to connect. So we'd love to connect with you in person. If you have any questions, comments, just reach out. There's all means of ways of getting a hold of us. With our new emails, have we pumped that enough? Maybe it just occurs to me that maybe we've.
A couple months ago,
we did, and it's worth a reminder that our church website is refreshed with a new address. All of our emails are new, and we can put links for that all below. And we'd love to hear from you, and hopefully we'll do that real soon.